All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in. And guys, I wanted to give my thoughts on Jaron Ennis, my honest thoughts. Now, some of you guys know I have, in the past, heavily criticized Jaron Ennis and his fans. And that was mainly because of the Terrence Bud Crawford talk. A lot of people, had this. Well, I would say this. It was a lot of Errol Spence Jr. fans who were very upset about the fact that Terrence Bud Crawford defeated Errol Spence Jr. so easily. And they couldn't really deal with that. So they were looking for the next big thing to get the job done. And the next big thing was the quote-unquote boogeyman at 147, Jaron Ennis. They put their eggs in the Jaron Ennis basket, hoping and praying and wishing that he could get the job done. He could defeat Terrence Bud Crawford because of the hatred that they have for Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, being an avid boxing fan, I could see that Jaron was not ready for that caliber of fighter. After watching the Karen Chukazan fight, I knew that, the first one. He couldn't deal, with a guy who, was a mover, a boxer like Chukazan. And there's no way in hell I would think that he would be able to handle a Terrence Bud Crawford. The guy is, the creme de la creme. He's the pound for pound king. And Boots hasn't been in the ring with that caliber of fighter. He's never been in the ring with an Errol Spence Jr. or, retired guys like Sean Porter. He's never been in the ring with those caliber types of fighters. So I just knew he wasn't ready for that. And I wasn't hating on the kid. I just wanted what was best for his career. I wanted him to take his time to, mature as a fighter and develop and work on, his arsenal and the holes in his game. So putting him in a position to fight the pound for pound king, I thought that was just career suicide in my opinion. But, a lot of people, they don't look at stuff like that. They can't see through their hatred. So, they made this stuff up in their mind that Terrence Bud Crawford was a fate to face Jaron Ennis, when in all reality, Terrence Bud Crawford was looking, for bigger and better fights. Nobody really knew who Jaron Ennis was. Now, I will say I was disappointed in Jaron not taking the Virgil Ortiz fight. I thought that was a great fight for him. He would be going up to 154, of course. And I thought that that's the type of fight that he needed to get his career over the hump. So when he didn't take the fight, of course, it looked like a duck move. And he has been heavily criticized for it. The same thing when the fight with Brian Norman Jr. didn't take place, the unification matchup at 147. I think that hurt his stock. Now there's talks of him facing off against Teofimo Lopez. And I think this can be an opportunity for Jaron Ennis to turn it around when it comes to his public persona. Now, I will say this. I think it's a good thing, and I think it's a bad thing. I think it's a bad thing in the sense of Teofimo Lopez is a 140-pound fighter, and he will be moving up to 147 to face Jaron Ennis if this fight takes place. And, you got all these guys at 147 he could be unifying with, and that's not taking place. So I will say that, that kind of worries me a little bit. But at the same time, if he faced Teofimo Lopez, that would be the biggest name on his resume. Hands down. Hands down, that would be the biggest name on his resume. Teofimo Lopez, as much as I don't like him because of the racial stuff, I was a supporter of Teofimo Lopez. I'm not now. But, me not liking him, I still believe that Teofimo Lopez is a solid fighter. Teofimo Lopez was a unified champion at 135, being the WBC franchise champion. He is a champion at 140, the WBO champion, the lineal champion. So, he has a solid resume. He even defeated Vasily Lomachenko. He's had his ups, he's had his downs, but he is a solid fighter. So I think this could be a good thing for Boots if he could defeat Teofimo Lopez. I think that gets his career back on track because that's a huge name And there's no doubt he needs this right now. You know, he needs this right now because there's just been too much disappointment in this guy who was slated as the next big thing. So we'll see what happens. If this fight does get over the hump, if it does take place, I will say this. I don't think it will be an easy fight for Boots because Teofimo Lopez, he is a gifted fighter. He's very skilled and he has a lot of experience on his side, despite the fact that, you know, he says some things that I don't like. I'm still able to give him his props as a fighter. But we'll see. I'm leaning more to the side that I think that this is a good thing for Boots. But anyway, I just want to get my 2 cents on that, my thoughts on Jaron Boots Ennis. You guys let me know what you think. Do you like this fight if it takes place? Do you think he could pull it off against Teofimo Lopez? Do you think Teofimo Lopez can get the win over Jaron Boots Ennis? You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.